Okay, so how to make a gyro with a small stabilizer. So we have a small stabilizer here, and if you don't know how to make a small stabilizer, I guess I can go ahead and make one right now. So you just set up your lift, you get yourself a block, any kind of block, a bearing, another block, then a bearing, then a block, whoop, and then you throw like some sort of pipe up there. You put yourself a suspension here, and then you take it off the lift. What you're gonna do is, if it falls like this, that's great. If not, you gotta get it where like the part where the pipe is facing has a bare block under it, like that you can actually reach, because you're gonna need to put a block on that face like that, and then put it back on the lift, and see, now that block is inside of the suspension here. So now you will just weld that together, remove this and that, so you have one half of your suspension glitch. Then you need to make another one. Remove all this crap, that bottom block. So now you have two of these. So now what you're going to do is you're going to weld these two suspensions inside of each other. So I'm going to put another bearing here, a block, same thing we did before, like that, and then a pipe indicating where I'm going to put my glitch block. Then drop. You're going to need to actually weld this this suspension in there. So, and we want to weld it upside down. So we're gonna need to hit this again. So, okay, beautiful. So we take this, and then just weld it right where, see where this pipe is indicating, one face below that and facing down, and then put it back on the lift. We're gonna weld it, get rid of that crap, and the last step of this is, let's see if I can actually remove this bearing, because I don't want this bearing. The last step is you cap it. See, they both light up green. Now they're both bound to that one block. That's your stabilization glitch. Boom. See, it stays right here, just like that. It's hard to knock over. Boom. So now that you have one of these, you can use it in a gyroscope. So what do? We put a block down, and we want to have some sensors. So we're going to take these sensors and we're going to face them all in this direction. A group of 3, then a block, then another group of 3, then a block, then another group of 3, then a block, and a final group of 3. We are going to set a logic gate. We can put one here. I like to have them like right here and then face out. So that way I know which sensors are being triggered. And then the purpose of these sensors is we're going to suspend this stabilizer in the center here, and as the vehicle swings, the stabilizer is going to stay upright, and it's going to actually swing it into one of these sensors. These sensors are going to be used to trigger other suspensions, which, I mean, there's other ways to do it. You don't have to do it this way. If you're just really opposed to suspension glitches, there's one where you can, it requires like only one suspension glitch, and you can use pistons to reorient. Or, I mean, Well, I mean, I'll show. Maybe I'll show that at another time. But we're also going to need. I think we're going to need controllers. Yeah, we're going to need controllers. So, we're going to go ahead and wire these up. So all of these go to this one. All of these sensors go into this one logic gate. Boom. So they're all pointed into that one logic gate. Boom, boom. Easy, easy, easy. And then there you have it. So now when you go in here, now when you fall in there, it will trigger one of these logic gates here. So what you can do after that is you're going to need some pipe pieces. So the way I have it set up here is I have this suspended in a gimbal. So there's a gimbal here, and it will just keep the stabilizer in place. So how do we do that? So I can grab a pipe. Okay, so we just boom, and then actually I'm gonna need a T-piece. So give me one of these. What do I need? I don't know. I probably don't need more sensors. So a T-piece, and then boom, and then like that. We can go like this. Come on. Like that. And so there is this. I think that's how it should be done. I'll need a bearing there to make sure that it rotates. And honestly, I only need that one bearing here. Maybe I need to put the bearing on first. Come on. Okay. There we go. I might need to go higher. The bearing should probably be right here. And then I'll hang this blank block piece down in there. So, boom. Just like that. And you can, I mean, that's really all you need here. You can, make it look good by throwing other parts here on it like this. And now, whenever you tilt this, it's gonna trigger one of these sensors. Why is it upside down? And then I grab it. Oh, see, it tilted on its own. So now, or does it? Yeah, these should be ores. So now, the way it's tilting, it's triggering these two sensors here. And those logic gates come on. Boom, 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 boom. I didn't even need this. Alright, just throw that away. Don't need it. Alright, put this back on the lift. It's upside down, but that's okay. It won't be upside down for too much longer. Make sure that everything's good. Yeah, we're good. Now if alright, comes off fine. Alright, now it's right side up again. We can start doing things with it. So, you can take these sensors here and you can hook them up to different suspension glitches. So let's say I have a suspension glitch on each side of this gyroscope, and I like the big pipes for this. So instead of using the small pipe, I will use these big honking pipes right here like those, and then just Throw those on there. And then I like the long boys. Suspension. I like the long suspensions. So I use those. Boom. 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 Alright. And then just do that for each one. And then we need some controllers. So we'll get some controllers here. You can do level 5s are the best controllers. We want the interface to face toward the direction that where the suspension that it's going to control is. And then just do that. And then boom. So now we have all of that. And then we can just connect. So what you want to do is you want to say this sensor here is going to control. This sensor here only triggers when the vehicle is tilting on that side, right? So we want it to tilt back the other way. So we want it to trigger maybe this suspension glitch or this suspension glitch. So we want to come over here and we want to say, because I'm trying, oh my God, I'm trying to connect a logic gate to a bearing. That was bad. Don't do that. I connect this logic gate to this controller because this controller is going to control this, and then I'm going to connect this controller to this bearing to swing that suspension the other direction. So we want it to go back toward the blue arrow. We're going to adjust it 15. That's probably pretty extreme. I think I've tested with this, and I think lower percentages get the job done better. Let me see. What do I have these set to? 5%. I have these set to 5%. So do some work with it. You can hold shift to go to pull it back 1 degree. Actually, I don't want the default. Let's do it this way. Boom, boom, boom. All right. So that one is done. And then we connect this sensor here. I mean this logic gate here, and then this controller here. We want if it's swinging this way, we want it to swing the other way. So boom. We want to connect this one here, then this here. We want it to swing back that way. We want to get our 5 degrees. Did I? Yeah. And then this last one, we're going to connect. Then we're going to connect here. Swing it back the other way. Then get our 5 degrees. All right. Now it should correct itself. We're going to pick this up and weld it. All right, get this out of the way. If we take this off, look at that. It's automatically correcting itself. It's beautiful. See that? It's wonderful. It'll do that in all directions.